Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. Today we have a double one. Today we're going to talk about Hiya Toys, Universal Soldier 112, Andrew Scott and Luke Devereaux. Now what's crazy is I remember Universal Soldier as a fever dream movie. I had to go back and watch some clips because I was like, oh, this movie was real, and I do remember it. And it was just as crazy as I remember it. Dolph Lundgren, man, he don't get enough credit. Him and Jean-Claude, they definitely don't get enough credit. And yes, these are based off of those two characters. It's inspired by the Universal Soldier stuff. Now, in my opinion, I feel like they did not really capture Jean-Claude Van Damme like that, but I think they did capture Dolph Lundgren pretty well, as well as the height of Dolph Lundgren. Everyone forgets that Dolph Lundgren is tall as hell. Like, legit tall, ridiculous scientist. He's a cool dude. But let's talk about these guys. And the reason why is because although they are different heights, they share proportional-wise, they share the same articulation, and they actually do have the same set of stuff that they come with, which kind of is like, I don't need to do two, but I do need to show you guys. So yeah, let's go over our main man, Luke Devereaux. And as you can see, as I get a little closer, it does look like him, but I just feel like they didn't completely capture it, but it definitely does look like Jean-Claude Van Damme. Articulation-wise, these guys, Hiya Toys has a crazy way of going about articulation because they do a couple of different things. Like, it'll be like a soft stomach and soft neck and soft ankles, but then it's like really good articulation all the way through the rest. And that's not to say it's not a bunch of good articulation. It's just, it's a lot to get used to. So here we are, where we can rotate around with little to no issue. As you can see here, we do have double joints on the arm. We do have bicep swivel, and there is a butterfly joint in there. But there is a lot of armor in here. As you can see, you heard that click, and I very much get scared about that. But that's something you got to get used to because it allows for that ab crunch, right? And it doesn't look like much, but when you pair it with how the leg moves, which is crazy in my opinion, you actually get a ton of movement. That means when you want to do the Jean-Claude double kick around crazy, you actually can have it. They did make a ton of room for the articulation. So like I said, it's weird, but it works very, very well, especially with the soft ankle. As you can see, we rotate here at the boot. We have a soft ankle. And as you can see, we have super generous articulation as well as thigh movement. So these guys can actually move in ways you wouldn't think they can, even with all the clumsy and crazy gear, right? So I really do like how they prepped for that, and they keep it pretty good. So let's have this guy kind of, look at that. My man is prepped and ready. The same can be said for Andrew Scott. Now, his tall linkiness bothers me, but this is captured very well when you realize how tall Dolph Lundgren is. I think they just made Jean-Claude bigger for the movie. But even with him, there we go. I couldn't get his to snap at first. But if you want to do like a crazy run pose, of him being like a Universal Soldier, as you can see here, it's really not an issue. I think if they work on like, oh wait, let me see something. Let me see how. Yep, just the same. So you can still get those roundhouse crazy kicks. So yeah, I think Hiya definitely prepped in terms of articulation. Now, as far as this gear, I believe it's very accurate to the movie, but it doesn't sit very well until you start like attaching everything. But there are nodes, there's working zippers here. So you can actually store things inside as well, which is really cool. I like that Hiya has gone all out on their 112 line. And I'm glad they decided to go with newer, better bodies, because the 118 stuff is really good. But I am so used to Warhammer stuff being double jointed, things like that. But if it works for a certain line, it works for a certain line. You can't always have double joints on a 1/18th. You know, it doesn't make sense sometimes, but I would love it. But that's just me sitting here complaining about it instead of doing something about it. Now, let's jump into the accessories and those extra head sculpts that they get. Let's talk about it. Now we are on to the items. Now, one thing I do want to add, even though they do come with the same amount of accessories, for Andrew Scott, his hands are longer, which is pretty cool that they actually included that. So his hands are slightly bigger than Luke Devereaux's. And with that, that's how you're going to be able to tell a difference, which is pretty cool. Now, I took this off because I'm going to try to load up some of the weapons that I can recognize onto the bandolier. Now, one of the items we will get are headsets. I'm going to go over the universal stuff and universal stuff. Then I'm going to go over the different head sculpts. So we will get their headgear. Next up, you will get, oh, let me see if I grabbed it. You will get a, this looks like what I'm going to assume is an MP5 with a modified scope. It has a nice little handle, little stock there. You will get a baton. I like the wash on that. You will get a pistol as well. I'm gonna try to, because as you can see here, I don't know if this opens up. Oh, here it is on this side. See, I messed up. Oh, it flaps down. Okay, okay. Yep, so you can store it inside. Let's see if the button works. Oh, it's magnetized. Okay, so you can store, oh, and reverses back up. So that's actually pretty cool. So that means maybe if I did it this way. Oop, I missed it. There's a button. Yep, still buttons. So you can try to do it that way as well too. You will get a large machine gun. I'm trying to pull the tray up, but I don't want everything to fall like it did in the Cougar video. You get a large machine gun. The bipod does come down. This is the handle, I'm assuming, to reload. And you will get a bandolier to put over your shoulder, as well as one to load in. So this is the one to go over your shoulder. Then you'll get a smaller one, which I can't reach into. As you guys can see, I'm trying to struggle to get this stuff out. So let me take it off camera. You will get one that goes into your machine gun. You will get 2 grenades. I'm gonna show you one though. You will get bracelets, just like in the movie, to go around their wrist. And then now we're gonna go over the sets of hands. So, you see the open ones. First off, we'll start with, we get a set of closed fists. Then we will get a set of closed trigger hand, well, semi-closed trigger hands. Damn, I really can't grab these out. These are soft enough that you can open them up, so you will get trigger hands. You'll get a set of these. You will get item holding hands. You will get a set of these as well. You will get 2 different sets of larger trigger hands, both for the right hand. So one is going to be for the machine gun, one is going to be for the pistol. Then you have an item holding hand. That's for larger weapons, I'm going to assume. So yeah, that wraps up all the items. As far as loading these bad boys up, I'm going to double check some stuff. So we're going to take a look at it. But yeah, pretty good so far. Now I'm going to get into the size comparison. I'm going to get some other Hiya stuff as well as some other toy lines. So I'll see you in a bit. All right, let's get to the size comparison. I have a couple of figures here. First, let's go with the military diver from Hasbro. As you can see, these guys are indeed big boys. Next up, we have a Valorverse Marine Corps. And as you can see, Marine Corps is a little bit closer in size to these guys, but it's pretty cool because I like the different sizes. It really does work for me. I forgot to get an Alien and a Predator because I would love to see these two duke it out with them, so I'm going to definitely grab one of those guys. Next up, we have a Hasbro Marvel Legends. Chose Spider-Man for obvious reasons, right? Let's actually get these feet down a little bit more. So there you have that. Next up, we have a Mafex Spider-Man. So you guys can see. The Universal Soldiers are indeed bigger. Oh, I forgot to grab somebody. I'm gonna go grab my Rambo. So stay here. As we continue on, I went and grabbed Rambo. So here we are. Hiya Toys Rambo. There you have it. Then we're gonna do a Mythic Legions. So there we have that. I should have used the Cosmic, but there we are with a Mythic Legion. So as you can see, these guys are actually closer to a little bit taller, like a 7-inch figure, which I'm fine with. I think it rocks it out just right, as this would be Universal Soldiers, bred and engineered for all that good stuff. Here we are. I went and grabbed him while I was at it. I grabbed a NECA Predator while I was at it, so you can see. And as you can see, this guy is a little bit bigger. He's an elder, but it still looks really good, as those guys will be up against each other. Last but not least, here's my main man, Ichigo. So yeah, if you are looking for something that's a little different and you like the movie stuff, I feel like this is a nice addition to something that I wouldn't expect. And it's really cool because I weren't expecting these guys to move the way that they do. So I'm definitely going to try to do some cool stuff with them. I feel like I got to try something slightly different. Definitely some Warzone, like Call of Duty like stuff. Maybe I'll do one of the finishes. I got to do some research on that. I don't play enough Call of Duty. So with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you checking it out. So as always, be good to yourself, be good to others. And if you haven't, please like it, comment, subscribe, say something nice. I appreciate it. It helps the channel. And when you help me, I do my best to help you guys as I try to keep making videos. So with that being said, please, as always, be good, do good, drink your water, guys. Later.